civilization cult and rise through the ranks. Join your civilization cult and be content on the lower few rungs. Or go away, out of my sight, forever and always. If you want to catch first light, actually, in this part of the world, in June, you have to be not only up by 4, but out by 4. In my ambition to work around the heat, to get out before the sun comes up, I've actually kind of overdone it. I'm cold, but I'll work through it. That's a different kind of bird. A domesticated fowl, singing his song. What I want to do today is boil things down to their essentials. Yesterday, I indulged myself in bloviation at going on and on and on, even though it was a long video. I cut out a lot of it. Down in among the birds, the undomesticated birds. We can go back to the very beginning. When they tell you how things are, and that your options are to lead or follow or get the hell out of the way, I would say you definitely have the option to try and become a leader. For me, the reason why that is unacceptable is that I have no interest in telling you where to go. I don't know where you should go. I think the system is rotten to the core. Following, even less acceptable, and I don't even think I have to explain why. I decline the opportunity to become a massa. I also decline the opportunity to become a house servant to the massa. And that leaves us with option number 3, field hand, or getting the hell out of the way. And here's what I have to say about that. I found it. I found the hell out of the way. I found the place where the people aren't and the birds are. And while it's true that being where the birds are and far away from people is a healing unto its own right, the offered choice to go get the hell out of the way is a false one. They don't mean it because there are no buffalo here. There are precious few rabbits or edible roots. There is, in essence, no way to make a living here. Now you can go the hell out of the way, and it's a popular thing to do. Get out, away from civilization, away from the people. The higher end of van life, or Harley Davidson life. That's what it's all about. Freedom. But it's a lie. It's a lie because it's unsustainable. You can go and get the hell out of the way, and you can take solace in solitude, in solipsism, but because there are no buffalo, it's not sustainable. I very much still think that getting the hell out of the way of progress, of the machine, of the system and the empire, is definitely the way to go. But there are no buffalo. I'm not quite sure what you expect me to eat out here. And the other part of the lie is that you already knew that. So telling me to get the hell out of the way, offering that to me as an option, is not really an option at all. You made very sure in your leadery and followery way to make sure that there was no way to live once I was the hell out of the way. So in essence, what you were telling me all those years ago was that I had three choices, and that they amounted to leading, following, fuck off and die. Well, that doesn't sound like very much fun. So now we begin again, all over again. I chose the hell out of the way. I asked myself where that was. I sought it, and I found it. I am, as we speak, the hell out of the way. But I can't stay here, because I'd starve. Choice you offered me was not a choice at all. And you made sure, in your civilized way, that it wasn't a real choice. You plowed the buffalo under. I gotta hand it to you. That was devilish and devious and sort of clever. I guess maybe what you were thinking was that once I found this out for myself, once I made it to the promised land of the hell out of the way, and saw that that choice was in fact a lie, that maybe what I'd do is turn right back around and become a better follower, or maybe become a leader myself. But for the reasons that I've already explained, those options, though they may be real, are nevertheless unacceptable. Free. That's my choice. Even if you've done your best to make sure that it isn't really a choice at all. Maybe somehow there's a way. If not, maybe I really will fuck off and die. It seems preferable to me to leading your disgusting projects or following you as you execute them. So I was thinking about three different things, three different bits of art that are somewhat elliptically related to this question. The first one's just a song. It's called Telegraph Road by Dire Straits. Then came the lawyers. Then came the rules. And even more importantly, of course, the rulers. The second one was a long passage in one of the later Jack Aubrey, Stephen Maturin books, where Jack, the sea captain, also turns out to be a sort of minor lord of the manor back in England, and therefore a member of the House of Commons. And there's a subplot arcing through half of that book about Jack being able to vote in the Commons for the Commons. It's a long, complicated tale. I'm not going to get into it in any depth. There's a pointer in the blog post I wrote earlier. The third piece of art is called Once Upon a Time in the West. It's a movie, but it doesn't even have to be that movie. It could be almost any Western. That just happens to be a particularly good one. And the story is about how the West was won for the good, the bad, and the ugly, for the leaders and the followers. In the beginning, there were mountain men, and the mountain men could eat buffalo. They were out there early at the right time. And back then, in that particular place, there really was a way to get the hell out of the way. And they took it. Go listen, go read, go watch. Maybe you'll come to the same kind of conclusions. Maybe the bile will rise and you will continue to believe that I'm deluded or fanciful. And you might even be right. I'm not going to tell you what to think. Not even about me. That's your business. And this is mine.